A hero of mine once said, "You have a choice in life. You can either go right or go left on this path of life. Left is the easy route, and the people who went left had a good life that way. But the better route was going the other way, and you may you may give up 20 years trying to fix whatever problems you were doing, and it may be the hardest struggle you've ever been through. But going through that hard, brutal path of life is where you'll be able to start your journey. Is where you'll be able to grow. It's where you'll be able to find yourself. And for me, that's what I did for 2 years. My best friend, somebody I truly cherish, when she broke up with me, it wasn't because she was a bad girl. It's not because she hated the relationship. I was her killer. I was her poison. Because 2 years ago, I was a piece of shit who couldn't get anything done. I was a piece of shit who was gonna go nowhere. I was a fake. I lied. I cheated. I did a lot of bad things. I did a lot of very terrible bad things. But for 2 fucking years, I gave up so much just to do one thing, to help my best friend, to prove a point that you can change and grow. Not to impress anybody else, but to fix the demons inside me. And it goes to a lesson, kids and even adults or anybody nowadays can take. And it's just to always hold yourself accountable. Because that's what I never did in my life. You know, the only way you'll know if you're doing things right and you're really true and honest about what you do, and who you you're really who you say you are, is based on how accountable you are for every action. And it may be the smallest detail on how you spend your time, but where you allocate your time determines who you are. It's a fact of life. It's a true fact of life that I never cared for until life knocked me the fuck out, grabbed me by the throat, and said, "You know what? You're gonna lose everything." And said, "Fuck you, fuck your feelings. The person who loved you the most is gone." And it wasn't because of life. It wasn't because of some unlucky um unlucky event. It was because I failed. I failed her. And failed myself, and I failed a lot of people along the way. That's why. Because I didn't take the chance to hold myself accountable for everything I did. When I was a kid back then, I didn't know what it was to truly be a man. You know, my parents, they were divorced. My dad, he was caught up in the military, doing his thing, single parent, covering for three kids, That's all he did. And for me, I was hiding behind that pain I was dealing with through just playing video games, trying to do everything to erase the reality of my life versus embracing it and being like, okay, this is my life. If things go worse or things get better, it is what it is. But this is my life, and I need to do something about it. I never took that into consideration, because all I ever wanted at the time was, just my divorced family to be together, or just peace of mind, or just, life to be easier. I wanted a wish that was never gonna come, because I never held myself accountable to seeing what my life actually was versus what I wanted to be. You know, accountability is a big thing. And if you don't have that, you're going to lose so much. You're going to lose so much real quick. And you're going to ask yourself, why didn't this work? Or, dang, I lost all that money. Or, dang, like, why am I gaining weight? What's wrong with my face? Am I getting more acne? You know, there's going to be questions. And it raises those questions because accountability is basically a reflection of you. When I played games, when I sat here and fucking just avoided life for what it was, and instead of facing it with just courage and strength, I cowered behind a fucking television, behind TV, behind snacks and junk food, and said, you know what? I'll chill here. I'll chill here and wait until life knocks me the fuck out, grabs me by the throat, and says, fuck you. You know, you're mine now. And that's what happened to me. You know, you gotta keep yourself accountable at all times. Because the moment you don't, is just all hell breaks loose. And you don't want that. The reason why I take careful precaution of my life, of who I'm around or who I meet or what I do, is just for the simple fact, I know what it's like wasting time. I know what it's like doing the things that don't matter. It has no benefit to you in the long run. Because when you are moving up in life and you get to a position to where you're responsible for someone else, or you love somebody, or it's not just about you anymore. It's about your business. It's about, you know, your pet dog, whatever it may be. You know, you need to be prepared for that. And if you're not willing to go sit down and be prepared for that, you're going to crumble and fail. And that's what happened to me. That's what happened to me. I saw my best friend 2 days ago, and she told me something about how she really couldn't handle seeing me. She couldn't really handle seeing us back together, even though I did so much to fix it. The reason why is because of everything I put her through, the damage, how I betrayed her and went behind her back, all because I didn't know what I was doing dating her at the time. I didn't know how to be a leader or how to be a hero that I am today. You know, I'm not saying hero as in, you know, I'm leading the front for millions of people. I'm saying hero as in, you know, I'm leading a standard every day to get better. That's my definition of a hero as of now. I have multiple, but that's the standard I do honor and live with every single day. That's mine. You know, you have to ask yourself, are you accountable for what you're doing? Because it's an important piece. If you're out here, you know, for example, if you're out here on your phone looking at Instagram pics, right? If you're a guy and you see this beautiful bikini top, you know, tan skin, skinny, beautiful girl, and you're like, oh, you know, I'm gonna like this, and then you scroll down, you see another one, you like it again, and then you scroll down, you see another one. Are you liking the photo because of what she stands for and represents as a person, or are you liking the photo because you see something you like and you have the temptation to go smash that girl or bag her and be like, hey, you know, let's get it in for a night? Or same with the girl, to where you see some Channing Tatum or Chris Hemsworth. No knock on them. They're great actors. It's the truth. But, you know, most people look at them and they're like, damn, you know, it's all desire. It's like you don't know the person. And it makes no sense to me. You know, you have to hold yourself accountable to that and see what your actions are doing. Is it something that is fulfilling you, or is it just something that is just temporary and is just a waste of time? Just like food. Are you eating ice cream because it's helping you? Or are you eating it because it's just a coping mechanism? Same with chocolate. And, even to go in personal life, do you hate this person because they really ruined your life? Or do you just hate them because they have something you don't? You know, some questions I had to ask myself in my life was, you know, sorry. One of the questions I had to ask myself was my family, were they out here purposely trying to ruin my life? Or or were they just lost in their own hellhole of a life? You know? Or, you know, just stuff like that pretty much. I mean, I'm tired. I don't have any more questions to say, but it all comes back to accountability. Are you accountable for what you're doing? And what are you willing to do, and what are you willing to give for change? Because it goes a long way. It's not just something you overlook. It's something that lasts forever in your life, so that you can keep the things you love and nurture them for the rest of your life. So, just a little piece of advice, and I'm about to go to sleep. So, y'all take care. I love giving out advice. So, you know who this is, D. Bethencourt. I'm always here, always staying true. Troy and Dom channel. Give it a like, give it a sub. Just comment and let us know how you feel. But hold yourself accountable. Don't be watching YouTube videos all day. Live your dream. Be who you want to be. And don't be disrespectful to the people that love you. Be there for them. And always hold love in your heart, because that's what it's about. Peace.